Was he bit? Shot by your man.
Otis?
He said, find Herschel. Is that you? Help me, help me, my boys.
So I love that they have Herschel be a vet. They're like, oh, a vet, you know, like in the army, like a combat veteran, and he's like, no, like a veterinarian. I thought, oh gosh, that's terrifying to have your child have surgery from a vet. But then on the other hand, that was their best hope, and at least a veterinarian would have medical experience. I mean, I know it's not the same, but it's better than a random person trying to help you, I guess.
Yeah.
Rick?
I'm Rick.
Rick, we're gonna do everything we can, okay? You need to give us some room.
It was gruesome. The whole Carl, like, I didn't know if he was gonna survive. I figured he would survive, but I didn't know. And the whole, like, they did a really good job of making him pale.
Yeah.
And like the seizure, like the kid that played that part. I mean, his seizure was really scary.
Yeah, Chandler Riggs is his actor's name.
So he did a phenomenal job, and like the people that did the makeup were great. It was scary. It really was. I felt like I was holding my breath the whole time. Is he gonna get better? And of course, Shane got back at like the last possible second before they were gonna do the surgery.
So that was really tense when they went through. I thought going to the school and getting the medicine. And then him coming back, we see him shave his head early in the episode. And I remember when I first saw it, I was trying to figure out what that was all about. I'm like, at this point, I didn't.
That's a weird way to start the episode.
I already didn't trust Shane, so I knew something was up with that when I first watched it. My first reactions to it, and I was thinking, I don't really trust Shane. Like, what's that about? His, I guess, almost like changing of like flipping a switch.
A sign that he had changed.
Yeah, he's flipping a switch right here. He's not quite right, and he.
So what do you? Since you've seen it and I haven't, like without spoiling it.
Yeah.
Is that kind of showing he's changing as a person overall, or is that just like a temporary thing?
I don't want to. I'm not going to spoil anything, but he's changed for now. What he has changed to is just somebody that's adapting to this world where you do what you got to do to survive. Basically, the old way of thinking, and you still have guys. If you notice Dale, the older guy, he tends to be the voice of reason, and he always is looking at Shane.
Yeah.
He's always looking at Shane and kind of like doesn't trust him because Dale to me represents society. Dale represents way of thinking, like keeping like just your morals. Yeah. And he's seeing that Shane is adapting to this new world in a way he doesn't like, so he doesn't really trust him. Later that he lies because in reality he ends up sacrificing Otis to get the medicine in.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that. I mean, I was just, my eyes probably like bugged out of my head. I couldn't believe it. I was thinking it was like like a flashback, but that he wasn't remembering it right, and that's not really what happened. Like we were seeing like a false memory or something. And I'm wondering if in his mind it was an okay sacrifice, because Carl, he was trying to save Carl, and Carl wouldn't have been hurt if Otis hadn't shot him. So maybe in his mind it was all justified, because he's thinking, look, you're the reason that he's might not live, so I'm gonna use you to make sure we can get Carl back, you know, healthy again. So it could have just been, in his eyes, it was justified. But it was really shocking. I mean, it was a moment where I was just like, what just happened? I wasn't expecting that at all. And I could see, I have to give it, you know, give the actor a lot of credit here, because I feel like you could see something in his eyes change from the way we saw him at the beginning to the way we saw him now. Like, he really kind of seemed to have a different persona, and I feel like you can really see it in his eyes. But we don't know, if you're not really in the situation, like, you don't know what you'll do. Like, I could say, I think I would do this, but maybe I wouldn't.